So today we continue. We'll be talking about esophagus and the stomach. So all the diseases and problems and symptoms which can happen in the esophagus and the stomach. Maybe some of you may have it. So first of all, please don't forget to subscribe on the waiting list who is interested for the course. When it will start on 1st of June, as I said, but make sure you sign on the waiting list so you won't miss any notification. Okay, so let's start. The disease of the esophagus are most common are GERD, which many people ask me about this problem. Many people have this problem, which is standard on this everyday life, stressful life. Then Berret's esophagus and problem swallowing. So let's talk about GERD. What does it mean? It means gastroesophageal reflux disease. So it's like acid reflux, what common people say, or heartburn. So what does it mean? It means that the lower sphincter, the muscle of the end of the esophagus, which normally in normal digestion, it should open and let the food go down in the stomach. So this is getting weak and it loosens up, and the food from the stomach goes up into the esophagus, causing heartburn or acid reflux, going also to the mouth sometimes. I have explained this so many times, and I will mention now again that this can happen when we overeat, or when we eat under stress, of course, or when we drink when we eat. So we shouldn't drink anything during the meal and at least 1.5 or 2 hours after the meal. So eat smaller meals more often, do not drink water, and de-stress your whole body before you eat, and do not eat in a run. Just sit down, relax, and eat your meal relaxed. The next one is Berret esophagus, and this is like a second stage of the GERD. So when the tissue of the esophagus wall is damaged from the constant acid reflux and coming up in the esophagus and damaging and burning the tissue, and then it can cause also to esophageal cancer. So what you can do about this, it's similar like the GERD, so avoid larger meals and avoid eating 3 hours before, at least 3 hours before going to bed. Then avoid eating food that triggers GERD, like fried, fatty food, you know that, chocolate, soda drinks, and tomato sauce. And the last one is problem swallowing. So some people may have problem in the swallowing when they're swallowing the food, and they feel pain. It is like a sensation of food being stuck in the chest or a fluid, and there is pain, and there is like coughing and choking sensation during the swallowing, which can be associated with pain. The causes are much bigger here, and they are can be damage of the brain, a stroke, then head or neck injury. So it's like a damage to the nerves, because we have problem with the nerves, which with contraction of the muscles to swallow the food. Then Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, MS, or muscular dystrophy. So these were the three problems which can be experienced in the esophagus and diseases. So did anybody experience any of this? I believe the GERD is very common and often. Many people have asked me about that, and I used to have it sometimes before, but I don't have it anymore because I'm very careful how I eat, what I eat. I don't drink during the meals, and I try to eat smaller meals. I don't overeat, but sometimes it's difficult, but we do our best. Okay, so now we go to the next, which is our stomach. The three most common diseases in the stomach are gastritis, peptic ulcer, and stomach cancer. So gastritis is, I have explained in my Q&A session just a few days before, but I will repeat now. So gastritis is damaging of the gut lining, of the mucous membrane of the stomach, and it's inflamed, it's swollen, it's like a wound there, and it becomes damaged. The reason can be too much alcohol, too much spicy food, or taking NSAID, which are non-steroid and anti-inflammatory drugs, which are sold over the counter. So we usually use them and buy them in the pharmacy, like for painkillers like that. So if we use them very often or too much, it can cause damaging of the gut line, of the stomach lining, and it can cause gastritis, inflamed, swollen gut stomach wall. As I said, also stress can cause this problem, smoking or excessive H. pylori. So H. pylori is the bacteria which is caused, which is overgrown, and it usually damages the stomach lining and causes gastritis, and shows also disbalance in the gut microbiome. This shows that there is a disbalance in the gut microbiome. Symptoms can be nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, bloating, vomiting, indigestion, burning feeling, this burning feeling in the stomach between the meals or at night. Then it can be hiccups, loss of appetite, and black stools. So what we can do about it? We can start avoiding the lactose from the milk, and gluten from the wheat, and also spicy food. The next one are peptic ulcers. So these are wounds, sores, and they are deeper in the stomach lining. They are actually, if there is prolonged period of gastritis, then the damaging becomes deeper and deeper, and there are sores created, and actually wounds inside the deeper layer of the stomach lining, of the muscle of the stomach, and also in the upper portion of the intestines, in the duodenum, the first portion of the intestines. So it can create holes in the stomach, then internal bleeding, and it can cause death. So what we can use? We can use like remedies. It's cabbage juice, then licorice spice, honey, garlic is good, turmeric, mastic gum, and aloe vera. So this was for this video for today, and let me know if you have any of these symptoms. About hiatalhianuria, I explained in the previous Q&A sessions. It's also loss of the connective tissues of the stomach, and I explained deeper in the Q&A session, and you can go back and watch it. And then in the next video I will be explaining about the small intestine and about the colon. Okay, so if you haven't registered yet, just sign up in the waiting list and be the first one informed when the doors will open for the gut healing program by Tummy Travels, where we will go deeper and deeper into and step by step with the healing your gut, and the whole symptoms will disappear. Okay, see you next time. Bye.